Hi, one of my friends wanted to know how Card works, and I use Card for my website, so I'm going to be doing a quick tutorial on all the basics of it. My mouse will be hovering over all these parts, and you will see that it will tell me what it is: text, icons, image, so on and so forth. In order to make all of these, you just use this plus button and all of your tools are right here. Everything is pretty self-explanatory, but container and control might be a little confusing. Control is to split up the pages. So when you are on my website, you won't be able to just scroll like this. Each one of these sections is a different page. So when you click Terms of Service, it will lead here to my Terms of Service. When you press Prices and Examples, it will lead to this page with my prices and examples. And automatically, when you do text, it will create one of these boxes. It just takes up the whole space. But if you want to have it next to a picture like this, what you need to do is create a container. Containers, when you first make them, it will be on default and you won't be able to have things side by side. So you need to press on the down arrow, press columns, and you can add as many columns as you want, and you can define how big each part takes up. I usually do 50-50 because I just like each side having an even amount of space. For images, if your image doesn't fit the box that it automatically makes, you press the paintbrush over here and you can control the width and the height manually. A thing to keep in mind is the settings for when you're on desktop and when you're on mobile are different. A way to check that is over here. There's a phone looking icon, switch to mobile view, and it will switch you, and as you can notice, things are in a different order. In order to have this be different, so you're not editing both at once, you go down to mobile, and that is when you change mobile specifics. Like if you click on this image and you go down to mobile, I can change the height to be like this. But when I go back to desktop, it's still the whole image. So make sure if things don't look quite right on mobile or desktop, be sure to change that part specifically. To make these icons, you just pressed add. It will give you an automatic button, and there's tons and tons of icons to select from, lots of very basic stuff. And if you go further, there's all kinds of websites that I've never heard of, but if you've seen it, it's probably there. And then you just put the URL in this box, so whenever someone presses on one of these buttons, it will go directly to that link. These buttons here are basically the same thing, except instead of a picture, it is text. And if you want to lead it to a different page, you put the section number that you want. So section 1 covers my front page. Section 2 covers my TOS page. It's very simple. If you want it to lead somewhere else, like if you don't like having these icons and you want the words, you could just type in YouTube and just put your YouTube link here. You may notice that my images have a little outline around the box. That's just something that happens in Appearance. You can select a border and a drop shadow. You can do the colors, width, style, etc. But this is just for a aesthetic kind of purpose. You don't need to have it. If you just want a basic setup with like text and buttons and stuff, this is already all you need to know. Anything more complicated is beyond me. I am not a programmer, and there's tons of stuff on this site that I have not checked out and don't know how they works. But if you just need something basic for people to read about you or find your social links, Card is perfect for that. Keep in mind that there is a limit to how much you can do, like each text box and each image and everything. It's like one thing, and you can only have so many of each thing without paying. I believe there's a paid version, but still with a free version, I'm able to do all of this, and it's perfect for me. So if you just need a little free website, Card is perfect. I highly recommend it. I hope this was easy to understand. Honestly, if you just went to card and you just pressed all these buttons on your own, it's not too hard to figure out. It's pretty straightforward. So if I'm able to make something like this in, I don't know, a couple hours, I'm sure that you will be able to as well. So I hope this helped. I have a ton more VTuber and art tutorials on the way, so I hope I'll see you there. Bye bye!